What ideas do you have?
This one's less dumb than
Yeah, well, let's keep this in reality.
I have her.
While you and me sit here and talk, you know how sometimes I like hashtag the episodes at the end?
Yep.
Hashtag like what
Write
was in
down
there,
stuff
what was
we
going on.
actually talk about.
She's gonna just write down hashtags as we talk about shit.
Yeah.
So
well,
that
that'd be
way-
good. That way,
that
at
way-
least, trust me, I got to watch the whole goddamn thing to fucking
Yeah.
get it. I mean, it
And
sucks.
if you yeah, that's tedious,
Dude,
ridiculous.
especially when we go like 2 hours at a shot. And, then,
and like she's right here, so
yeah, she's
why
right
not?
there.
Why not just have her like write stuff down while
Her
we're
and-
sitting here talking about stuff?
Her and Nutella.
When we change subjects, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Got all that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Then, so
Momsco boy.
today, I finally get a break, so I don't have to work next week. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. but
Yes,
all that.
happy with the turkey family.
I hope everybody
stuff.
gets fat on the stuffing and whether you eat the turkey.
And I hope your families aren't, huge dicks and stuff. Hope that everybody gets
Well,
along.
they
and
were
everything
talking
turns
about
out
not.
great.
I mean, obviously, we're right back into the politic thing, but because
Well, the thing is,
They
if,
say-
if your relative is doing that whole thing
Yeah.
where you're like, you won't see me at Thanksgiving, most people are going,
well, they're talking about exactly. They're talking about what not to talk about.
you can talk about
At-
anything. It's your family.
Well, yeah, but
It's your family. It's not you shouldn't be loving politics and stuff more than your family.
Well,
it's your family.
no,
Stop being an idiot.
I get that, but you know how
Stop
people
being
are.
a politidiot.
You know how fucking people are. I mean, especially this year with all the goddamn
Hashtag politiot.
all this bullshit with the election. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so controversial.
Did you know they're still counting votes?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, this is ridiculous.
Where is counting votes? Where? Who?
California, I think, is counting votes.
Gavin Newsom has openly said that he's just going to take down Trump and do not listen to anything he says and blah, 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 blah.
Well,
blah.
but no, he changed doing it. He's positioned himself, I think, to be the next
he's going to
running.
be the next one.
The next one to run, or get him he's going to run.
Already. Yeah.
But he's positioned himself because now he wants to be supportive of everyone, including Trump supporters.
He literally
and he's
looks
positioned
like
himself
a
because he
super
cares
villain.
about everybody.
He looks like the bad guy from any 80s, 90s action movie.
And I mean, the deal, if people wouldn't be fleeing your state in droves if
Things were going well.
if you were a good governor, leader,
Well, fucking Kamala was she ran San Francisco forever.
Yep.
Everybody always talks about how San Francisco is like the pinnacle of society, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's like, that's where you go.
Yep. And then,
that's where you can go have actual medical professionals shoot you up with drugs.
That's
so
where
you
you can just
accidentally kill yourself. Because why would we need those people in
Isn't that where they were
hospitals and doing important stuff for taxpaying people? They should be in a building shooting up addicts to make sure that they don't die.
Isn't it also San Francisco? Isn't that where they had they're just having a problem with people shitting on the street and stuff like that?
That's California.
Well, San Francisco is California.
California. I mean, that's California.
Oh, California
as a
total?
whole.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I did. I mean,
at least that's the way the news makes it look. Hey, if we have any listeners in California, we know we do. Yeah, let us know if it's everywhere. Is that just like a city problem, or is that like are you having a lot of homeless people shitting all over in rural areas?
There's
or are you all holding it down there?
There's a lot that actually happened, in this kind of whole group of political crap.
Yeah.
Over this next week, it seems like Trump's getting everything set together. What he wants. Gates obviously out, right? So
Gates.
Yeah, Matt Gates, they were going to have as the AG. They nominated him, Trump nominated him to be the Attorney General.
Yeah,
and he was a congressman, and he kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way, Yeah, and they went and talked, and the Senate was never going to confirm him.
Why not though? Just because
he's controversial. Yeah, if you ever
but why is he like an idiot?
No. I mean, he's not an idiot, but I believe in a lot of the things he says, but just his personality, it rubs people. You got to just watch.
He's not like
he doesn't have.
He's not easy to talk to.
No, he's not. He doesn't have finesse.
Yeah,
he doesn't have.
He's a military guy, ain't he?
No, he's a congressman.
Oh no shit.
Yep, or was a congressman. And he was under investigation for some stuff. I'm not sure exactly what. I don't want to say because I don't know exactly what it was. But I guess it was something. So then he resigned when he got nominated.
Well, that's not a good look.
No, when he got nominated, he resigned from Congress.
Okay.
For then he could, because you can't do both. Well, you can, but
would you recommend?
Yeah, it doesn't work because you're never there. So he resigned from Congress. He got nominated and was going to be the
Attorney
General. And
which is
only for a week.
That's the guy who leads attorneys into battle when
he runs the Justice Department.
He runs the Justice Department. He leads the attorneys into fights in combat.
Yeah, no,
because he orchestrates the battles that attorneys have overseas.
So he ended up doing finding out that he wasn't going to get, which is fine. You're not holding anything up so he pulled himself out. He says, no, I'm done.
Well,
I'm not doing. But he could have went back.
You could see the media shitstorm starting.
Yeah,
and you're like, no.
And like
thanks.
I say, I give him a little credit because he went to the Senate, basically sat down, talked, to try to work through stuff and discussed it, whatever they did, and basically found out that there's no way he was going to get through.
It just turned into fuck you. No, fuck you.
Yeah. No, fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck me. No, fuck you.
And we're racist. All right. Here we go.
But so he pulled himself out of that. He could have went back to Congress because he's elected this term. He could have went back to Congress, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's going to do now.
Write a book.
Yeah. Either way, he's not going away. He'll end up finding something.
So he's going to be
He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy.
Who's going to be the new guy leading the attorneys into battle?
Female.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember her name. She was the Attorney General of Florida. She might still be. She's sharp. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful woman, but she's sharp. She's smart.
Haven't seen her.
You just need to check it out. She's actually very attractive, but I'm not saying that to take away from. You listen to her. She's very, very bright. She's very, very smart, and she's going to do what needs to be done. She doesn't play.
Well, she's coming into an area that's predominantly run by old white men.
Yep.
And no offense to anybody, who wants to believe the world is rainbows and unicorns and shit. But if you're ugly as fuck as a lady and you go into a room of wealthy men and try to say stuff, they're not going to give a fuck. No one's going to care.
Yeah. Who was that?
Give a shit. No, I'm just, I mean, you'll have a couple people who are actually doing their job who are going to listen and do a good, but most of them are going to be like, what the fuck ever, and just go on. But you have a beautiful woman who's also intelligent and doing stuff. Oh, now all these old rich guys are like, oh, hey, and all of a sudden they're listening.
Yeah, well,
and you can get stuff done.
I like to say, I listened to a little bit of a press conference she did, and a little bit of what she's on point. She's sharp. She, male or female, I think that she'd give everybody a run for their money. You know what I mean? Good. She's good.
Yeah, I heard about
that caliber.
I heard a lot of shit about Trump being afraid of strong, independent women. Is he just?
Who said that? I can't.
Like
it was
MSNBC or something.
No, it was the owner of a sports team. I can't remember his name.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and he screwed up and said that. Yeah. See if I can look up and see if I can find it.
Oh, it's that
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, there it is.
Yeah. So good luck, because this fucking gal is sharp.
He looks like a dried up old nutsack.
Oh, this gal is sharp.
Come on, what are you doing? Are you just zoning out?
Yeah, well, of course she is.
2 hashtags over there. Gonna end up with hashtag fucking ham and cheese or some shit. You just think about shit she wants to order from McDonald's and be like, hashtag fucking Big Mac.
Pam Bondi.
You should. We talk about McDonald's enough. You should hashtag them in this shit because fucking
Pam Bondi is the freaking Pam Bondi is the new nominee.
Ah, she's got an uphill battle.
Yeah,
because she sure looks like a. For lack of a better term, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just fucking honest,
dude. And
okay,
hey, I thought the same thing.
She looks kind of like a bimbo type, like.
Now listen, that's the first thing. Now, that's the first thing I thought when I seen her when it said
without hearing her speak. No. Else.
And I'm not trying to denigrate her.
Shit on her. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I'm not trying to denigrate her or whatever. But honestly, the first time they said, it came on and I seen a picture of her and it says Pam Bondi, I was like Barbie.
Ah, that's what they probably are gonna.
That's what I mean. Don't get me wrong; she's a very attractive woman.
They're gonna Barbie her up. Yeah, they're gonna hit her with that a lot.
Yeah, but she is
the bleach blonde.
But
hair,
the moment
she's bleach blonde straightened hair, ladies, is not a look for anybody that wants to be taken seriously. It's just not. It screams crazy, insecure, fucking.
Yeah,
it's just.
But like I say, the obviously when you see a picture of her, you're like, and then you think, Bondi, Barbie, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As soon as you think that, you know what, like 2 seconds later, I heard her speak, and I'm like, oh damn, okay.
Well, I mean,
this gal's on point.
Yeah, as much as everybody wants him to be, Trump's not a jackass.
No,
well, he's a jackass. He's not an idiot.
Well,
he's 100% a jackass.
Yeah,
but he's not an idiot. So he's gonna get people that are able to get shit done.
Yeah,
able to do things. That's basically all he's looking for. I mean, he had his first term where he put all the people around him that they told him to, and then watched as the shit he wanted to get done only got half-assed.
Yep.
And then so this time, this is going to be like his real term here.
Yeah, because before he didn't know. He even admitted on Joe Rogan. He even admitted
exactly that Joe Rogan interview, by the way, with Trump is
amazing.
Is fire.
Is amazing. I really liked it. He, but he didn't know. You know what I mean? He knew, but he didn't know every little tiny detail of every kind of which. Of course, he's never done it. He's been a businessman.
Well, yeah. How are you gonna even though it does kind of run like a business? How are you gonna know how this business runs?
True.
When you have never been in politics and before. He didn't come up as a congressman or a senator, learning how politics work, kind of seeing from the outside how everybody acts and he didn't learn any of that. He went in blind, did what fucking all the trusted advisors told him to do, and watched as other people got shit done that they wanted to get done.
Well, not only that, but he had to trust people that he shouldn't have put his trust in.
Well, yeah.
And then, so that kind of led things astray in a certain way. And then also it took him for a long time to get everybody approved and in, because he was still nominating, I believe, if I'm wrong, I believe he was still nominating people after he took office.
Yeah.
After, January, and he was still not. Now everybody's nominated. Everybody knows. Everybody's vetting everybody right now. So as soon as they hit the ground running, not just like approved, or denied, whatever. But it's going to get done instead of 6, 8, 9, 10 months a year to get everything started.
Yeah.
It's going to happen in the first 2 or 3 months is what he's hoping for.
If they don't start World War III before that, because apparently that's what Biden's plan is.
I don't
to get us as close to fucking World War as he can before he gets his ass out of office. It's fucking ridiculous what's going on.
I don't like what he did.
Letting Ukraine use our long range fucking missiles.
I have no problem
Russia.
with that. You know what I mean? I guess I don't have a problem with that.
They're escalating a war.
I get it. But to allow them
when his administration is getting ready to leave. Why are you escalating it when you're on your way out? This is when you're supposed to be smoothing shit out, making for a nice transition, and they smiled in front of the cameras, and then they're just doing the same Democrat fucking bullshit
I think
that they always do. They're like, oh yeah, I can't have it. Well, fuck you then. I'm gonna fucking ruin it for everybody. It's so fucking childish and stupid. Well, I can't stand it.
I think on my opinion is
dog shit.
Whether they did or didn't, go ahead and give them permission to do this stuff. And I think that to a certain point, I think you can do, if you're Ukraine, you can do what you need to do to protect yourself. Or to fight back.
You're a valuable asset to the rest of the world.
I don't like the idea that we were telling them no to start with. If we're sending it to them, let them use the damn thing, or don't send it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you already sent it, what the fuck did you send it?
That's what I'm saying. You
sent it because you knew the opportunity was going to arise.
Maybe.
Bullshit.
But maybe that's very possible. I don't know, but I get the idea, and I kind of agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, the deal is now when he's got a month and a half left, now he says go ahead. When Trump said he can take care of this.
Yeah, when Trump said he can de-escalate
as soon as he gets into office
with one meeting, and they go, yeah, start fucking blowing shit up. It doesn't make any sense.
Now they escalate the war.
Yeah.
And try to
dump it on the next administration.
Basically, then they can say, see, Trump didn't take care of it. Yeah. Well, yeah, but you did this on purpose.
They're trying to make it impossible to be resolved.
Yes.
They're trying to make it completely
a lot more difficult.
Well, they already made it a lot more difficult.
Now, the thing is
one move made it a lot more difficult. Because now we look like we're actively contributing to attacks against Russian people in
Russia.
In Russia. We are fucking the equivalent of terrorists now.
Yep. And then the thing is if Biden wanted to do this, which I don't agree with Biden deciding this, he should have waited a month and a half.
He could have totally did it.
But if he decided to do this, he should have Trump involved. Because Trump is going to have to take over this in a month and a half. He can't just dump this shit.
Phase.
Exactly. He should be like
a mutual,
and then maybe have Trump call and talk to freaking Russia.
They're 100% trying to fuck it up
and try. You know what I mean? I don't agree with what they did.
No, what they're doing is wrong.
And then obviously now they escalated it, and Russia sent the hypersonic missiles. These new hypersonic missiles.
Yeah, that one that fucking hit in that
Mach
town.
10 or whatever. I think they said there were 7 of them.
Yeah, but they called and they said, hey, we're blowing some shit up, but it is not a nuclear weapon. Don't you don't.
It's capable of holding.
It could.
Yes, but it
doesn't.
It didn't.
And then you see the fucking fuck.
Yeah, like to say that thing, ain't nothing to mess with. I mean, I'm sure our government's got something that can defend it. Don't get me wrong, but
why are we doing this shit? Why? Yeah. You already laundered your billions of dollars through Ukraine, which is the whole reason you started this shit in the first place. Why?
Now
Why do we have to keep going? You laundered the money already. It's already gone, disappeared, went into the fucking hands of all these rich fucking turds. Most of it didn't even end up in the fucking Ukraine anyways. It's done. So let's fucking end it. Oh, no, we're going to throw the equivalent of a fucking war-based temper tantrum before we leave office to show everybody how grown up we are.
Because they're like, hey,
I can't stand.
It proves the fact that the only thing I can say is I don't agree with it, and I wish they had Trump involved in it, and I wish that we would work more to stop this damn thing if it's possible. Maybe there's nothing we can do. I don't know, but at least we should be working towards stopping this damn thing because it's good for nobody. It's bad PR for Russia. Think about all the people getting killed on both sides. It's horrible for Ukraine. You know what I mean? It's no good for nobody.
Who's winning shit
but
here?
It does prove the fact. Trump did say that they were warmongers, and voila,
poof.
Yep.
Not to mention war leaves the areas where the battles take place. It leaves them desolate and unusable for years.
Yep.
Ukraine is one of the biggest food producers through fucking farming and agriculture and shit on the face of the earth. And we're destroying fucking tons of that land.
Yep.
Over an argument over who should control the land to grow the food that can't be grown on the fucking land anymore because it's been destroyed by the fight over the land for the food.
Unfortunately, what I fear, I guess, I think we all kind of know it to a certain
Fear
extent.
itself?
No, I think they're using this. I think Ukraine's a fucking pawn, and you know what I mean. In a way, they're a pawn. I think that the U.S. and other countries are sending weapons and to see their effect.
Well,
see how they work.
This is a giant
and try them out. Yeah. You know, I'm like, you know, this is not a fucking research and development. I mean, it is.
That's literally all it is a giant weapons test.
But I mean, I was like, you guys gotta.
And then we're like, yeah, but people who live in our countries don't have to watch the other people get killed, do they? And we're like, no, they don't have to.
No, it's fucking.
And they're like, we do it away from the people.
It's just dumb.
But
you know
now America's testing their shit on the people.
Now they, like I say, with that hypersonic missile.
Crossing a fucking line, dude.
That hypersonic missile that Russia had launched is now they found the pieces and they're, was it re-engineering it or?
Backwards engineering.
And engineering, find out what it's all about and what it is and stuff.
Yeah,
so
we're just giving.
It's just, that's all it is. I mean, it's not only that. I don't mean to break it down to something
it's
so
that and
horrible.
Money laundering more than anything.
It is.
More than anything, it's those two fucking things. And then it's a fucking push for countries to get Ukraine to join NATO. And then fucking NATO will now control a large portion of the world's food supply and fucking it's fucking all political bullshit that has nothing to do with humans living on the face of the earth and doing better.
I
has nothing to do with anything.
I think it'd be better once it's done. Now the thing in Israel hasn't really died down, but there's a lot less bullshit. I think Iran has shut their fucking mouth.
Iran took a hit. They knocked out a lot of their power grids.
Yeah, they didn't fuck around.
They shut their shit down.
I think they got their warning. They're done. I think everybody else is winding down over there, which is good. I don't know what the result's going to be. I don't think it's just going to go back the way it was.
Palestinians are going to be fucking homeless again. That's what's going to happen.
I don't think
they're going to be without a country again.
Well, the thing is
they start civil war everywhere they go.
They do.
Everyone gets sick of them. Get the fuck out. Go away. They come there. They've done it. Fucking. They started how many fucking wars there? Get the fuck out. Go somewhere else, and nobody's gonna fucking let them in because everywhere they go, they start fucking war.
Yeah,
so you're gonna find some desolate piece of land that nobody fucking wants, and that's where you're gonna have to set up your new Palestine.
I think I don't think it's gonna go back to the way it was.
It can't. It can't.
I don't think they're gonna put. They're not gonna just say, "Oh, the borders are all gonna be the same, and we're gonna draw the same." And then we're done.
People have lost entire family members. There's a whole new generation.
And I don't know what it is, but it sounds
whole new generation of hate now.
They might just say, "Fuck it, we're taking it all." And what are you going to do about it? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
Israel is going to just take it all.
Yeah, I know. I think so.
That's what's going to happen.
And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't think it's a solution either. But I don't know. But I have no idea what the fucking solution is.
The rest of the world needs to deal with the Palestinians too.
Yeah, I don't know what the solution
Israel
is.
Basically like, we are tired of dealing with this shit.
Oh.
We've been dealing with it by ourselves while everybody else around us fucking, you guys need to get along. You guys need to fucking get along. Stop fighting. Well, Trump had it sorted out. They weren't fighting when Trump was in office.
Yeah, they basically...
He had it fucking sorted out.
I think the
Democrats are dumb as fuck.
And the thing is, the Israel, they've been fighting... They've been dealing with this shit since the 1930s. Yeah. I mean, obviously it stopped for a little while, started a little while, but I mean, basically since World War II, before World War II, on till today, they've been dealing with this shit. And not Israel, because Israel wasn't a thing in World War II. But you know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys, you all know where I'm going. I don't want to talk about that. That's fucking crazy.
What, World War II? People would love to hear us talk about World War II for hours.
No, I don't want to fucking talk about genocide and all that bullshit. I don't want to do it. that fucking makes me sick to my stomach thinking
what
somebody
about
could be like that.
the Armenian genocide? Nobody talks about that one.
Well, yeah, there you go. Armenians,
fucking Turks.
We like those guys.
Turks literally tried to kill off all of the Armenians for being Christians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody talks about that shit.
I know.
They slaughtered tons of fucking people.
I guess the way I look at it is,
if you don't know what Armenians are, if you ever heard of the band System of a Down, they're all Armenian. So there's a nice quick example.
I think it's all, to me, it is pretty simple and straightforward. It's simple. It's if you
hashtag all this shit
are
everything we talk about hashtag.
I think if you're
I
a
have
Jew
headphones on and stuff, I'm hearing him talk.
Well,
I don't know why you guys are asking me?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I can fucking
interrupt. Here we go. What do you guys want to chat about? Let's just go over there. All right. But the deal is
Armenian.
The Kardashians are.
Oh, the Kardashians are Armenian as well. Thank you. That's nice. I should turn that fucking mic on and just slide it over there.
That's yeah, but I mean, we don't need to denigrate them that bad just by calling them to call them fucking Kardashians.
Well,
I mean, that's horrible.
They're not like
just horrible.
Kim Kardashian's probably the closest to being an actual Armenian woman. The rest of them are so plastic at this point.
But
they don't even.
But what I'm saying is,
look like what they were supposed to look like when they.
Why be so mean to the Armenian people and classify them as fucking?
Kendall hasn't had. Not Kim.
Sure.
I tell you what, I couldn't.
Sure.
I tell you what, this is the deal. I could care so little about the Kardashians that if you put pictures up of these, I couldn't pick them out. I don't even know who in the fuck they are. I don't care. They're horrible, horrible people.
They're that family that got famous because the one let Ray J fuck her in the butt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Horrible people.
Literally, that's how their whole family got famous. Their daddy represented OJ in the OJ trial.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just saying.
Their daddy got a convicted murderer off.
I just think they're horrible people. I just don't. I care absolutely so little.
His daughter let a B-list celebrity do her in the butt and record it, and then posted that purposefully online.
Well, of course.
And then
that's how girls do it now.
That's how the Kardashians became a show.
Yeah. That's the modern day woman.
The Kardashians became a show because of butt sex.
Yeah. And then
and you can't fact check me all you want, you can't deny that. You cannot deny that. The Kardashians would not be a TV show if not for
absolutely.
Anal. If not for anal.
There's the only thing about Israel that this is the way I break it down. If you got the two living next to each other, right? I mean, literally within miles of each other.
Yeah.
If you're a Jew and you go over to Gaza.
I don't know if you could say it. Isn't Jew derogatory?
No.
Don't you have to say Jewish person or something?
Well, I think it means the same. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a made up thing.
But I think if you're a Jew and you go over to if you go over to Gaza and they find out you're a Jew, they'll kill you. You're dead. You won't come back. Okay, if you're a Palestinian from Gaza and you find your way into the middle of Israel, they will tell you to leave and go back. I think that basically breaks down to who's the good people and who's not.
Well,
okay, if you're going to fucking kill somebody for what they believe.
I don't think it's about the good and the bad people.
No, I'm just saying who's right and who's wrong.
Well, in that situation, obviously, but I think it's just a cultural difference. Like the Palestinians have a zero tolerance for anything that's not.
Well, why don't they have a zero tolerance in their fucking own country thing instead of fucking it up every time they have a fucking country?
It's mostly a zero tolerance for everybody.
And get kicked out of everything. Well, yeah, but I mean, can America have a zero? There's nothing wrong with America having a zero tolerance for something, right? Okay. As long as we don't take it to Russia and say, well, you guys got to do this too and bring it, on them. No, in our own country, fine, whatever. Or another country.
If you're talking about things like, people want to clean up the environment and all that shit.
Fuck
and they want us to go to electric cars. And I'm like, well, unless we can make China listen to just anything that's been said about pollution, then if China and India aren't on board, nothing you do matters.
No,
nothing you're doing matters. They put out more than we ever put out times fucking 8.
Exactly.
There's nothing you can fucking do. That you're
this one little speck is clean. The rest is fucking junk. There you go.
Oh, yeah. But it won't be America's fault.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the world's going to superheat, we're all going to die and everything, but it won't be our fault. Shut the fuck up. You just want to be on the right side of history. No one will be left to care about a history. It'll all be gone.
And I really
who gives a fuck?
Like I say, I don't have a problem with being a good steward of the earth. You know what I mean? To an extent, you don't do things on purpose to fuck things up.
Litter and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, but I don't believe all these little tiny things are causing all this fucking climate. All that, hell, what was it? 2000, we were going to die because the seas were going to rise.
They've
6
been
feet.
saying this every 20
and then
years.
2010, and then 2016, and then now it's like I don't fucking know.
And do you see where the fucking water line is?
Yeah.
It's the fucking same.
Yeah, it's changed like a quarter inch or something.
What about this rare tropical island where fucking and the sea fucking fuck that place? Who cares?
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about it. Nobody lived there
sorry
anyway.
For the 60 people that lived on there.
And nobody fucking lived there. If they wanted to live there, they'd be there. But nobody wanted to be there, so there's only a few just hanging out.
What about their culture and the fucking dude?
I don't have a problem with culture. Take it somewhere. Just not there. I mean,
yeah. Your culture should have.
If you live 1 inch above fucking the goddamn ocean water line, you probably shouldn't fucking live there in the first place.
If a storm surge makes your home completely disappear, move.
Yeah. I mean, I always say just don't build in places you can't control the.
Wow, we live where there's tornadoes.
That nothing you can do. Them are random. It doesn't mean. But if you if we had a tornado that went through the same 5 mile area every year, all the time, nonstop, but sometimes it wasn't that bad, but it possibly could be real bad, would you say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna build a fucking house there"? No, but you build it outside away, right?
No, but I'd probably just live there because that's where houses would be the cheapest.
Yeah, well, they fucking build all these things right on the fucking ocean. And then they're like, "Oh, the storm surge destroyed all." Well, no shit. Are you fucking stupid?
Yes.
I mean, I know that. But you got to say that because you're just like, this is fucking insane. I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
A lot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. But then they got what the hell else we got? You got some kind of news for this week.
What?
Well, you kind of ended up with the new you.
Me?
Yeah.
What'd I do?
Well, you didn't do anything yet.
No.
Well, you did, but that's
I wouldn't.
Nothing we're going to admit to. But you employed?
Yeah, well, I switched jobs.
Yeah.
My boss was a fucking twat, so we switched jobs. This is all personal opinion, by the way. This is my personal opinion based off of my...
Yeah, don't do a Whoopi Goldberg.
Based off of my personal experience and my personal opinion. In no way is this attack against the former company or the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I said that fucking dumb shit, yeah, she was a fucking cunt.
And
so we left.
But yeah, it's
we got called into the back to talk about what we were supposed to do because she had been having me train this mentally disabled guy, and I didn't know he was mentally disabled because I couldn't tell. I mean, he's a little bit slow.
Well, it's hard for you guys to tell each other apart.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, fucking, how am I supposed to? It's not like we have a fucking handshake or anything.
Yeah, I mean.
So I was training this dude, and I fucking lost my temper with him one day because he literally had crossed off some stuff off of a piece of paper and then lied and said that he didn't do it. And I was like, why in the fuck would a grown-ass man be doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I was like, I'm done. I'm not I had been training him for 10 days. He wasn't learning anything. I couldn't figure out the fuck was going on.
I'll just answer the mentally handicapped. Anyway, go ahead.
Huh?
I'll just answer you said why, and I was just answering.
Well, yeah.
Handicapped. Anyway,
well, yeah, but I didn't know. I had no idea. So so I was like, I'm done. I'm not training you anymore, dude. If you're going to be crossing stuff off that I write down and, and lying to me about stuff, I'm not training you. And I didn't realize it until he came in the back of the store because I went back and was doing dishes and stuff. And he comes around and comes in the back and he goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I'm like, what? He goes, I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm like, what the fuck hurt me? I said, dude, you just pissed me off because you were lying to me about stuff. He goes, well, I didn't mean to hurt you. Or can we be friends? Are we okay?
Yeah, mentally
and I was like,
again.
What the fuck? So, yeah, right there, I realized, like, oh, shit.
Here you are, being mean to the Special Olympics.
Guy,
Special Olympian.
Yeah.
This guy,
so my boss
he might end up being the best Special Olympian ever and win 400 golds like Phelps. We have
customers freaking out and customers, like, saying, why in the fuck does this guy still work here? And talking shit about him and all this other stuff. Just, like, and we were trying to figure out, like, he just farts all the fucking time. And just without saying anything, just farts in front, like, and we're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Mentally handicapped. Yeah. Well, we find out that our boss is pissed off that I said anything about it because her son is autistic because he's nonverbal. So her son's mentally handicapped. Once again, fucking completely forget about any of this shit. She comes in the back to talk to us about what we're going to do because customers are complaining. We're complaining. We have to do all the fucking work. Well, this guy can't handle one register he can't be left alone. So, like, we're having to do all the work and babysit him. And we have the busiest shift in the whole store with the most customers. So we're having issues. And she said, we're going to go in the back and talk about it. And she starts off by saying stuff about, she's talking about when I yelled at him when I yelled at him before. And she goes, if anybody talked to my son like that, because my son's autistic, he's mentally handicapped. And if anybody's talked to my son like that, I'd want to slap the shit out of him. And I'm like, so you want to slap the shit out of me? Like, what are we doing? And then she goes on to talk to Morgan and she tells Morgan that, we've had 3 customers, long-time customers that refuse to come in on our shift now because of how rude Morgan is. We get 600 customers a day. We've worked there for 90 days. So 600 customers times 90. 3 have said they don't want to come in on our shift. And I know who a couple of them were. And it's literally because they came in and wanted us to do something that we were not trained to do, like a special way of doing a check or something like that them and their company get
54,000.
54,000 what?
54,000 customers.
Yeah, 54,000 customers. We lost 3. Okay. So she's bitching.
So you only have,
about that.
You only have fucking 53,997 now.
Yeah. And Morgan's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Like, we haven't lost. I've had nobody say anything except for the 2, like the one guy I remember, because he literally started swearing at her and yelling at her in front of people. And
the mentally handicapped kid?
No, that was before he worked there. I had to come up and tell this. No, this was a grown man who's bald, white haired, and he started swearing at her because she didn't know how to do the check the way that he wanted it done. There's a certain way most checks get run through the machine. He said, "Don't run mine through the machine." We're like, "Well, we have to. We don't know how else to do it." He goes, well, you fucking do this thing and the thing. We're like, sir, calm down. We don't know. He goes, well, do the fucking thing. And he starts yelling. And I say, fuck you. I said, we're not fucking doing it. I said, you're going to have to chill out. I'm going to have to go get my supervisor now. Luckily, our supervisor was there that day because most of the time.
Because you were mad again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, right. Our supervisor was there that day because most of the time, the supervisor, the manager, and the other supervisor all work the morning shift. Because 6 people work the morning shift, and then 3 people work the busiest shift of the day, and then 2 people work the overnight. Because our boss works the morning shift, and she can't be bothered to do anything besides fart on people and all this other dumb shit she does.
Well, I thought you said the handicap person was farting.
Yeah, it's fucking another reason why fucking she feels a bomb.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
all right, so there's a flatulence kind of attachment. All right.
So that's one of the customers we lost, just a fucking douchebag. And it was because we were improperly trained because we literally got trained for 2 days and then fucking just left by ourselves. And so we're in the back. We're talking about the customers we lost. Morgan says, bullshit. You're not fucking, and because she couldn't name the people. So literally one guy that we knew of. And then she said 2 other ones. I got stopped while I was out trick-or-treating with my son by somebody and told that they wouldn't be in anymore. And we were like, well, yeah, why don't you tell them to go fuck themselves? We'll deal with the other 54,000 people that come in. And
53,997.
Sorry. That come in, and we won't worry about that. Like, but she's using that as a reason to, like, get on Morgan's ass, and we get that calmed down. And then Morgan's like, that's not true. Like, I don't. And she goes, shut the fuck up. And she leaned over Morgan in her face and fucking leaned over her and said, "Shut the fuck up," and just started screaming like that. And Morgan immediately turns around and walks away because her hands start shaking. The only thing she thought was light the bitch up, and she turned around and walked away. And I stepped in the middle, and all I started doing was going, no, 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 no. We don't talk like that. We don't talk like that. That's not how we do things. No, we're not doing that. Okay. And then she calmed down, and we were talking about some notes that had been written, and she said, we said, why are you writing these notes on a thing that everybody can see every day? You're writing these notes.
All 53,997.
No, just the workers could see them. And she's singling out Morgan, on these notes. It's specifically things that Morgan either does or doesn't do, in a shift. And and I still go, so why are you singling her out? And she goes, well, those notes don't single anybody out. And Morgan goes, bullshit. The last two literally were based on me. And she looked at her and she goes, well, if the notes single you out, then you must be guilty, huh? And I literally was like, well, you just said that the notes don't single anybody out, and then said if they single you out, that it must mean you're guilty. So you're saying they single her out or what? You're contradicting yourself. And she starts screaming again about something. And all I did was put my hand up and I went, that's my 2 weeks. I'll see ya. And I walked away. And as I'm walking away, she follows me. He goes, you need to put it in fucking writing then. Put it in writing. You need to fucking put it in writing and sign it. And so I was like, give me a piece of paper. Like, stop fucking breathing down and give me a piece of paper then. Puts a piece of paper in front of me. I fucking wrote, this is my 2 weeks notice. And I signed it. And then Morgan turned around and signed underneath it. Because if she would have stayed there without me, they were going to just shit all over her anyways, which during our 2 weeks notice, they proceeded to do. They made fun of us. They fucking tried to make us train our own replacements, fucking started rumors about us, told customers we had been replaced because we didn't work out. We just weren't good workers. Like, literally lied about us.
You're kidding me. They told all 53,997.
Yeah, she told anybody who'd listened to her dumb. She's just pissed because she was fucking one of the delivery guys who delivers stuff, and he stopped fucking her because she's old and ugly. So that was basically what happened. And then when we had this big argument, it was the day after the election.
Is she 53,997 years old?
Close.
Okay. That's kind of a cool number.
Yeah.
53,997.
Yeah. No, she's just an ugly person on the inside and out. She's a horrible fucking person. She's bad people. She creates a toxic environment. And the only thing that thrives in that place is her ego. She's a dog shit person.
Okay, so you got a new job, like we said.
Yes.
Okay.
Turns out a guy I used to work for at Whiskey Creek.
Long way to get there, but hey, you got a new job.
I'm sorry, that had to come out, dude. She's fucking bad person.
I'm just riding.
The truth needs to be told. But anyways.
You going to take the 53,997 customers over?
No.
Okay.
They go there for cheap gas and cigarettes. They don't give a fuck about who works there.
Oh.
Yeah. They all think it's all about them and fucking.
Oh, now we're back on that. I should just let it go.
Yeah. Nobody thinks they're fucking cute. Everybody just goes there because that's where cheap shit's
But
at.
the new stuff.
I had a boss at Whiskey Creek when I worked there for a few years. He now runs a bunch of Wendy's and shit. So I got a job at Wendy's making more than I was making at the gas station. And the gas station only offers raises once a year, which are usually about 50 cents. And you start at $14 an hour. So you can see how that goes. So we start at Wendy's at, more than that. And then there's tons of opportunity for advancement. And I know people are like, fast food, fucking Wendy, you're like fucking 40.
Hey, some of them guys managing that stuff make good money.
A general manager makes $70,000 a year, which is fucking 3 times almost more than I've ever made in my life in a year. I make about 20 to 25 grand a year.
Dude, you don't have to everybody feel sorry for you. It's all right.
That's just facts. I worked up to that. I was 15,000 to 16,000 for a long time.
Dude. It's like, so the GoFundMe page.
There isn't one. Never asked for shit.
We'll end up putting a GoFundMe page in or something.
Yeah, don't need nothing. We're fine.
Sad.
Yep. We're good. But yeah, I start there this upcoming week. I'll be working there by the time this comes out, and then she'll start the week after that.
Then
we're good to go.
So yeah,
It's a nice place. They got good people that work there. The general manager is a fucking regular, intelligent person that you can talk to about things in a non-emotional fucking way.
Don't hire the handicap.
I mean, I'm sure.
Oh, so you're gonna get angry at the handicap again.
Well, I'll know. Somebody will tell me like that's so and so. They're whatever the issue is or whatever the thing is. They'll let me know in advance so I can act appropriately.
So you got that worked out anyway. At least you're getting some stress off of you.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we put our 2 weeks notice in, we were like, oh Jesus Christ, did we dodge a bullet here? It turned ultra toxic immediately.
Yeah, dude. I don't like drama. I don't do drama.
No, I just want to work and go home. I have my whole family. I don't have friends. I don't have none of that. I just have my family and my dogs. I mean, Scruffy's my best fucking friend, dude. So, like,
well, yeah, because you get mad at even the handicapped people that try to like you. I mean,
dude, me and him got along great, dude. After we got along fucking so well after that. All the bullshit, any bullshit that was talked about between me and him was made up, dude, because I talked to him right after that. I even told him, I'm like, dude, I didn't know that you were mentally handicapped. I said, I had no idea. I can't tell. I couldn't tell just from talking to you and hanging out and shit. I mean, I thought you were fucking just fine as everybody else.
Yeah, because you got Corky and Waldy, standing next to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't tell, and then they can't tell each other because they're like talking, trying to figure out.
Yeah, and then he kept calling me Daywalker.
They're always trying to.
He kept calling me Daywalker for some reason. I don't know what that meant.
Right on. Right. Okay.
You walk amongst them. They can't tell.
Yeah. Exactly. He's like, I fucking know.
Yeah, I know.
I fucking know.
I'm the blade of handicapped people.
Yeah, exactly.
I walk amongst you. Look,
defend us.
You seem to think I am normal, but I am
broken.
I'm handicapped.
Yeah, I am broken.
I am heavily R-worded.
That I think a lot of people are, but that's just beside the point. I think it has a lot to do with
I'm self-aware, though.
I'm
self-aware that I'm stupid, at least. I feel like that was a big part of me growing up, like just as a person, was when I figured out that, hey, you're not that smart. You're not that fucking smart.
I think there's I think it's a big thing in American today, in society, whatever you want to call. I mean, in America,
everybody thinks they're the smartest person.
No, that I think it's something to do because there's so much mental illness, or at least being diagnosed, and things, and autism, and all this. You know what I mean?
While other shit is just going completely untreated.
There's so much of it happening now, or coming up, or it seems that there's so much of it that it has to be something that we all do. Just like a cancer, you know what I mean? It has to be something that we all do.
Everybody started carrying phones in their pockets. Weird.
I don't know if it's that, but
it's social media.
It might be
having your whole life be online. You can't have an embarrassing moment in high school now. You can't have an embarrassing moment. It is saved and lives on forever.
Yeah, I think
nothing just happens. I think it's something forget.
To do with our food supply and the way what they treat our food with, and all the chemicals
RFK's
and crap
on that shit, dude.
No, I really do. It's something that everybody does.
Yeah.
It can't be just like,
well, look at the shit that's in our food that's not allowed anywhere else.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why everybody has anxiety and fucking, you're putting all these chemicals into our body.
If it was like one little pool of, or one little lake that was toxic or had this stuff in it and it was in there, well, why in the hell people in New York get it?
No, yeah,
okay.
It's like 80
so whatever it is, it spreads across everything.
Something like 80 or 85% of our food supply right now is not good for us.
But why does this, whatever it is, it's something.
We're cattle, and fucking they look at us like cattle. Yeah. Will the cows buy this if we sell it? Well, if you do this to it, they'll buy it. Well, then that's what we'll do. But that'll kill the cows. How fast will it kill them? Fast enough for any of them to sue us? No? Okay, cool. Give it to the cows.
But it's, like I say, whatever it is, I don't know, but It's got to be something like our food supply, all the chemicals that we're putting in it, cellular signals. You know?
Oh, we have microplastics in our fucking.
How about
in our
radio waves? Maybe, I don't know. Television wave. I don't. Whatever it is, but it exposed. Everybody's exposed to it. That's what I'm
Wi-Fi?
saying. Yeah, you know what I mean. It might. I don't know, but we got to figure out
something is throwing off our natural rhythm.
Yeah, we've got to figure out what it is and at least be able to start narrowing it down and.
Well, and as a society, we don't keep each other in check like we used to.
No.
We used to, you couldn't act crazy and moronic and shit out in public. People would fucking drop your ass. Like,
well, not only that.
Or they'd call somebody, they'd come get you. Like,
yeah, not only that, but it would just end.
Yeah. People would put a stop to it.
Yeah, it just end. You'd be done. But now it's accepted. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, this stuff, it's got to stop. Whatever it is, we got to find out.
Allowing people to freak out in public and then just letting them do that, and nobody's like, get the fuck out, get out right now. And when they're like, I got it, just grab them,
drag their ass out,
drag them out.
Yeah.
It just make it unacceptable.
Yeah, at a certain point, you learn.
Stop.
Just like a child, they do something wrong.
Stop allowing it.
Yeah, if you don't allow it, it works. Just done.
Same thing with people walking around fucking half naked and shit all the time.
You're not very sensitive.
I'm not.
No.
I was, and I got taken advantage of a lot. I got robbed twice. Now I'm not so sensitive.
Well, how's Rob doing?
Oh, Rob doesn't hang out anymore.
All right. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, you said you got robbed twice. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fucking
good luck.
Actually, it's coming up on the anniversary of it because I got robbed on Thanksgiving. Got all our Christmas money stolen.
Damn.
By friends of mine, quote unquote.
Now is that
because they came by and I wasn't home and there was money laying there, so they took it and some other things.
Well, why not, right?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's acceptable. Yeah.
No, nowadays that's totally normal. Like, bro, you shouldn't have left your shit laying out in your own house with the door not locked.
Nice.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was across the street at my fucking mom's house eating Thanksgiving dinner.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yep. But those people all ran away.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. They now live in like Sioux City and Rapid City and shit like that,
What do you think of this immigration crap that he's going to do?
I'm glad it's done. I'm glad we're doing something about it and the fucking flow is stopped.
Well, I mean, do you like the idea of what he's got planned, and how do you feel about the states that say they're going to kind of stand in the way or try to?
Goodbye federal funding for those states.
I completely agree with that.
Bye-bye federal funding. Now you're on your own. Hope you guys can make it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Until you straighten up.
That's it. Bye.
Yeah.
It's a federal mandate.
Yeah.
You don't get to say no. You don't get to say, I know every state has its right, blah, 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 blah. But this is a federal mandate.
Yeah.
These people broke the law when they came into the country. You are harboring fugitives now.
Federal fugitives.
Yeah. Now now these states are harboring federal fugitives. Yeah. And they should be treated as such.
Yeah, and I agree with the approach you're going to do.
Number one, you go in, you get the illegals out forcefully.
Well,
and then number two, everybody who's in power who pushed this to go against the federal government, everybody's in power now doesn't have a job. Bye. I think it's
good that he's going to start with the actual ones in prison.
Yeah, the ones that have been assaulting and murdering
and stuff like that,
out
and then
fucking 9 times just to do it again. Yeah,
everybody else, hey, they broke the law. I mean, if you broke, how many times you get pulled over? How many tickets you got for speeding?
1.
How many times you got, tickets for this or tickets for that, or you got in trouble for this and trouble for that, got
in trouble a couple times.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, you don't get away with it. You're an American citizen.
No.
For little things.
Yeah.
Well, if they think this is a little thing, well, they don't get away with it either. Not even citizens.
No.
So, and like I say, I did hear something that they said, if you are here illegally and you are deported, that there's a 10-year stay before you can apply to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it still takes,
leave.
whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what everybody's saying. It's like, it's time to get the fuck out.
So leave. So go back willingly.
Go home. Yeah.
And you can apply. You can turn around and apply for citizenship.
Yeah, within a couple months.
Yep.
Right away.
Yeah.
And you saved yourself 10 years.
But like, there's those countries like, God damn it, El Salvador and shit, where all these migrants started coming to America, and all of a sudden the crime rate in El Salvador dropped down to fucking almost nothing.
They said I'm not positive what country. It might have been El Salvador.
Yeah,
I'm not positive what it was for what country, but they said they emptied a prison and sent them.
Multiple prisons.
And I don't know if that's true or not, but they said that, they just basically opened the doors of the prison and said, go to America.
You can leave if you go to America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm like, that's just fucked up. That's what it was. Maybe is that Venezuela? I don't know.
Yeah, well, Venezuela, we got a lot of their fucking gangs up here for sure.
Yeah, because what was that, Colorado? They took over I think they still do.
Dude,
don't they still have control over them?
Serena's fucking daughter is moving she's moving to my mom's. She lived in Denver. She's getting the fuck out of there.
Is that nuts?
It's bad.
Well, isn't that where they defunded the police?
I don't know if they defunded the police, but
I think at least if I believe
they came out and said, their mayor just came out and said from Denver, he came out and said, this is like yesterday before we recorded this. He came out and said that they're going to have massive budget cuts so that they can continue providing care for the illegal immigrants.
I think, and I might.
So the taxpayers
wrong.
Taxpayers are going to take major hits.
I think it's
paying for the illegal immigrants over there.
That defund the police thing.
That was Minnesota.
Well, it was across the nation in a bunch of places.
Denver really went to shit.
Yeah, and I think in Colorado, not Denver, but maybe it's just Denver, but I think it's Colorado. They took away qualified immunity from the officers. So anything they do that's, quote, illegal or against somebody's rights,
they're now open to civil lawsuits.
Civil, they're liable.
Yep.
So
they don't do anything now.
No.
They don't respond to anything now.
Now, don't get me wrong, qualified immunity, I think, should be lessened to a certain extent.
Well, the police force in general,
it needs to be there for a reason.
The police force in general should look less like a gang.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of built like a criminal organization.
They do need to lessen it and say, because people will do, let's say me and you are both, police officers in the same place. I do something, and then a week later you do the exact same thing you just seen that I got in trouble for. Well, they're like, oh no, both got qualified. Bullshit. You knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm saying stuff like that. They should say, nah, dude, you knew.
Well, if you have a history of violent behavior at all, you should definitely not have that job anymore.
And
bye. Sorry.
The deal is, any cop standing there watching you do that, fired.
Yeah.
Right there. He don't get it either. And I tell you what, that'll weed out a lot of the bad apples.
Hold each other liable, just like society should do.
It would weed out a lot.
Hold each other liable.
Because I see it to where, and I think it's a good thing. I see where police officers.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing that police officers, when one of them's doing something wrong, I'm not saying like freaking drunk driving or nothing like that. What I'm saying is he's abusing his powers during a whatever, that you see it more and more now that cops will step in and stop it. Yeah. And I'm like, that's what you're fucking there for.
Your job.
You're there not to just eliminate this whole.
Cops are just people.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy can have a bad day, go to the next fucking stop and start, being aggro when he shouldn't be. Yeah. That's his fucking partner's job to step in and go,
and tell you, hey, chill, dude. I got this one.
Yeah. Take a seat. I'll fucking do this one. Just chill out.
Yeah. I got this one. I mean,
and then in that moment, that other officer should realize, like, oh shit, I'm fucking up.
Yeah, I'm fucking up. I need to fucking.
If he doesn't realize it and he continues to go, well, then now you need to be reprimanded for it.
That's when, the sergeant or whatever, the next person should come in and like say, you go home for the day.
Yeah,
you're done. If you didn't do anything too bad, you know what I mean? Go home for the day. But
people also shouldn't be suing the entire department every time some dick fucking acts up. The whole city gets sued.
Exactly.
It should be just the officer that was a fucking asshole getting sued.
But you can't.
Because of that other thing. But
because qualified immunity.
That qualified immunity is kind of fucked up then.
So that's what I'm saying. If they knowingly do something, that's the whole standard, I think. If they knowingly do something along that
America
lines,
needs to grow up.
That they can, get around the qualified immunity.
Yeah.
But they've stretched it so far that it's almost impossible to get around it. And it shouldn't be like that. There should be some protections. I really do. I believe there should be some protection because they get thrown into a lot of shit that they never know coming from moment to moment.
Yeah.
So, just imagine the shit that you have to deal with from 1 second you're chasing a freaking guy that's a serial killer, probably not that serious sometimes.
But minute you're pulling over some high schoolers for swerving out of their lane a little bit when they were joking around in the car. Then
a half hour later, there's domestic violence, something, and a marriage.
The most dangerous call in the
exactly. That's what business. I'm saying. So,
or you could be pulling over a convicted felon.
They got a lot of stuff they got to deal with, and they should have a lot more maybe training. They should have a lot more maybe downtime during trading.
Pay. A lot more pay.
To a certain extent, some of them get paid really, really well.
Yeah, but dude, you're out there risking your fucking life to make sure that I can go about my day unhindered by criminals and bullshit.
And then
that should be a large amount of fucking money right there.
Yeah, I mean, and then what I was trying to get at is there's a lot of things they deal with. I think a lot more training, and I'm not talking about
repeat training.
Repeat training.
Consistent.
And the thing is it's paid downtime repeat training, not like their off time, but they just get a day every 2 weeks or whatever it is, or half a day where
you just
go
off.
You just get, you go in, you sit in a class, and you get paid. And it's just, hey, dude, chill. We're going to learn this stuff. I know you heard it before. Hey, just
go over it
understand,
again just to make sure.
And then maybe it should be a mandatory ever so often that they go in and talk to somebody for therapy.
Anytime there's an incident.
Yeah, well, not anytime, but
if there's an incident where you have to draw your weapon,
I think
you should talk to somebody.
Definitely, I think that's mandatory.
Even whether you fire it or not.
I think that
if you draw your weapon,
yes.
you should have to talk to somebody.
I think what it is, I would want to go even further and maybe head this stuff off before it happens,
and also
let these guys talk the shit out.
Talking to somebody, like going to therapy and stuff, should not disqualify you from getting hired, because that's why a lot of them won't do that, because you're somebody that the department won't touch.
Now, to a certain extent,
it's a lot.
I get some of that too, because some of these people, some of them. That shouldn't be officers.
History of mental illness. Now, if something happens, we're even more liable.
Exactly.
But you get rid of that fucking immunity shit. Now it's up to the individual. They don't have to worry about that stuff anymore.
Yeah, I know, but you just gotta
be careful.
You got it. They got a tough job. They really do. They got an extremely tough job.
They have the toughest job, except for going overseas and doing it.
Yeah, the military's got, I guess, the next military. Man, I can't give them guys praise, any more praise than I can. Than I have. They're amazing people. I think for the most part, police officers are amazing people. Also,
well, they're civil servants, which isn't supposed to be a derogatory term.
No.
They literally are supposed to keep society civil.
I think I really do. They're peace officers. They're supposed to keep the peace. They're
literally the glue that keeps society.
Exactly.
Without them,
we got nothing.
Shit would get off the rails real fucking quick.
And I think, like I say, they got
everything suck.
They got a great thing, but unfortunately, the police need. I mean, it's stupid. They need to police themselves. They need to get these bad apples out.
It's not a sought-after job.
No,
for qualified, intelligent, well-doing people. It's a job for people who, ex-military, stuff like that, like
adrenaline junkies. I think some of them shouldn't. I mean, I get it that
guys who were bullied in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but they really need. I think they would have a lot more respect and a lot more public backing.
Yeah.
If they police themselves
more stringently.
more realistically.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, also,
because
an
instead
increase
of
in pay will make it a more sought after job. You'll have better candidates. You'll have a wider pool to choose from.
Maybe if they raise up the pay, but they
would
also
take care of a lot of things.
They raise up the pay, but they pull down the bar of saying, or push up the bar. You know what I mean?
Raise
it's
up the pay and raise the training.
If you're going to do this, you guys are responsible to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see any of this crap. The moment that you're done, boom, you're dropped.
Yeah.
You know, back down to where you were.
Exactly.
I do think
there's ways to fix this shit, and it's not by taking all their money away. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
No.
Hey, you know what I want? I want to dial 911 and have nobody show up.
But there's
stupid.
Not like I don't know if you've ever watched. I'm sure you've seen them. Everybody's seen them at some point.
What?
These auditors, the whatever, you know, you've seen them.
Affairs?
No, on the First Amendment auditors and stuff, and any of those videos or whatever.
Nah.
These, I mean, some of them I get. Some of them they're agitating on purpose to get a reaction.
Yeah.
Other ones don't. I don't much care for the ones that freaking you're agitating, because I mean you're just trying to piss somebody off. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You're other ones
source for shit.
Other ones, like I say, I think they're just being decent people, and obviously they're putting themselves in a position, and the police officers in a position that it could go either way, and seeing what happens. But it's simple things for the most part. Now, I'm not saying always, but for the most part, it's simple things that a general police officer should know. If you're for one, I really
and
narrow
they
stuff down.
They hit them with laws that the cop gets wrong.
No, it's like if you
like that.
Like if you went out and you stood holding a sign saying, you know, God bless everybody or whatever, you know, and you just walked around on a sidewalk and people tell you to leave, and you're like, no, and they call the cops. The cops should know you're not doing anything wrong.
Nope. Public sidewalk.
Public sidewalk. I mean, it's common sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, everybody knows that.
No, they arrest them.
Oh, well, then they get sued.
They're arrested a lot. Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Now you're sued.
That's what I'm saying. That's where like that qualified immunity is a problem, because it's stopping people from suing them. But they should be able to. They should be like, no, you're done, dude. This is common sense.
Well, that's why people now, they don't sue the officer. Now they have to sue the department and the city.
Yes. Well, that's different. They can't really sue the officer. They try to, but
that's just
can't get by that. So they also sue the department and the county or the city or whatever it is.
Everybody can
sue them because they should have known and had training that they didn't get, which makes sense to a point. And then they also, that's when they can bring in, I want to see all these officers and all these incidents and how many times have stuff like this happened, how many times have they been reprimanded, how many so this is an ongoing thing. Well, okay, I see that. You know what I mean? I get it, but it all starts with just educating the officer. I think most of them are good people. But some of them been there. Dude, I've seen some of these guys that have been in, like, they'll even say in the video, I've been doing this for 30 years. And they go ahead and do this. Well, he's been doing this for 30 years. So how many people he did this to?
Yeah. You've been violating people's rights for 30 years. Wow.
I don't like the idea. Like
and let's all be serious. You used to be able to get away with a lot of shit as a cop.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you go back like 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You used to be able to fucking pick somebody up off the street, fuck out of them and just dump them somewhere.
No, I'd like to say some of these guys that agitating and stuff like that are purposely pushing and calling names and being loud.
That falls
and
into the category of fuck around and find out.
Yeah, I'm not saying they deserve what they get,
but they're poking the bear. Poking the bear.
Like there's got to be some.
What are you doing?
I guess decorum. You know what I mean? You got to have.
My rule of thumb is there's no reason not to be civil. There's no reason not to be polite. No reason not to be. You can be argumentative and stuff without being offensive or derogatory, everybody always goes to name calling and shit talking right away rather than talking about what they're actually mad about.
Yeah,
and that's where you fuck up.
And the deal is some of them, but like I'm not saying all of them. There's a few that I've seen or whatever that I follow a couple, and the guy doesn't ever raise his voice.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he can do and what he can't, and he's trying to be polite. He always tells people.
Okay, I've seen videos of like lawyers doing that when they get pulled over.
He always tries to be polite. He always tries to, please, thank you. And, like I say, he doesn't ever, and people are just fucking mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody's an entitled dick nowadays.
Well, exactly. And for some reason, the government workers, they think that they can tell you to do things that they can't.
No,
they don't have any fucking power over you.
You're a civil servant. I am this person.
Yeah, the only one that I think is actually decent. One of them I follow is that Long Island audit. He's now I'm not saying everything
what
he does.
I also want to know is what the fuck are these guys doing to get pulled over all the fucking time that they have?
No, he don't. What basically what it is? He'll go into City Hall.
Yeah.
He'll just walk into City Hall with a camera and he not really say anything, go through security, and
see if anybody tries to stop him from recording.
Yeah. Which they can't do.
No.
It's, he ain't bothering anybody. You don't,
Nope.
He'll walk into maybe the office, not in the office, but the public part of the office of like a clerk or something like that and say, what services do you provide to the community? And then they flip out. And they're like, you can't do that. Get out of here. You got to get your trespassed and all.
What?
It's public.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. People, it's weird. Some of them will do but he's always calm
showing
and
that
relaxed.
People working in the courthouse don't know the law.
Exactly.
That's basically just
That's
showing
basically all he's
the
doing.
people in charge of the law don't know the laws.
Exactly. And the cops.
Have fun, everybody.
And the cops should show up and they should just
be like,
and they do sometimes. I'm not saying.
They show up sometimes. They're like, okay, Diane, you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're like, no, it's fine. It's all good. You got 1,000 cameras in here.
Or hey, Steve.
One of the things I think is funny, I get a giggle laugh or whatever, is he says, I can't remember the exact line, but he'll walk through and as he's filming, walking through, he'll look up at the security camera up there and he says, here's a reminder that they're always recording us, but it always seems to be an issue if we record them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's funny because it always seems to be an issue.
Well, because now they're doing this thing where the police are losing the body cam footage.
Yeah, that's not
shit,
good.
It got misplaced. Sorry, I know a guy in Mitchell.
There's actually a whole state.
He was on Smoking That Ish. Cooper, he's still dealing with the police there, and they fucking got him on a couple things because he subpoenaed or did the Freedom Act or whatever to get the body cam footage, and they had I don't know, 19 body cams, and he got 4, and they said that's what we got, and he goes, there were 19 body cams. Why are there? Oh, we misplaced the other ones.
Huh.
Have fun with your court case.
Wow.
And it's just like they're not being shit on for that. They're not And the thing is he doesn't have enough money to push it in court to make them have to turn it out so they
and
get
that's
away
what
with
they
it.
do. Yeah.
Everybody says that the cops are racist. The cops hate poor people.
No, I don't know.
The cops bully poor people.
They do.
If they think you can't do anything about it,
that's
they
the whole
tend
point.
to go further.
I don't think it's they hate and stuff like that.
I don't know. When I was 14,
they just are able to
over.
assert their authority and are very happy to exert their authority.
I have been mistreated by police since I was 14 because they know I can't do anything about it. They just, they see the type of car, the way I'm dressed and shit, and they go that little extra mile. I've had my face bounced off of the hood of a car when I was 14. It was the first time I was assaulted by a cop, and there's just nothing you can do about it. That was before body cams and all that shit. And now, if they do something like that, the body cam footage just fucking
it goes away, or
we
can't release it.
Oh, it got damaged.
Yeah.
Oh shit, sorry.
And
that's just totally okay.
Like I say, the other one that I kind of
that part of policing needs to stop.
And like I say, if you're just being an agitator going into these places doing this stuff, I don't really agree with that crap, and I don't like them. I don't even like the video. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're not showing anything, but you're a dick, and then he can be a dick back. Yeah, I mean, okay, who gives a fuck?
You're trying to prove a point, but you're doing it the wrong way.
The one thing there's another guy, Honor Your Oath is what it's is on YouTube. And all he does is he stands with a God bless the homeless vets sign. And he constantly is fucking harassed. Constantly. And that's all he does.
Why?
Dude, you have I mean, it literally, all he does is stand there and walk along, and people walk by and be like, God bless the homeless vets, and he'll be on like the steps of City Hall, people going in and out. And that's all he says. And every time cops are called. Every time.
Why?
I have no idea. They show up and they're like, are you soliciting? He goes, yeah, I am.
Soliciting what?
Well, he's soliciting, goodwill and prayers.
Oh, soliciting means money, doesn't it?
No, soliciting just means, it means trying to get. Or something along that lines. The technical
but most
definition.
of the time it applies to panhandling and shit.
Well, exactly. But the Supreme Court's already decided that that's not illegal either. If somebody asks for help, it's not illegal.
Why would it be?
Now, if you're aggressive about it, or you go out into traffic, or you're doing...
Well, now you're creating a disturbance.
Yeah, now that's all covered under stuff.
Law,
but the actual just asking for help isn't illegal. So...
And he's not asking for anything.
No, he's not asking. And people actually come up and give him money thinking he's homeless or something like that. He's like, no. He says, I don't accept money. Please give it to these whatever. And thank you very much. You're an angel. You're the greatest person. He's a nice guy. And dude, it's fucking nuts. I was like, the fuck are these people fucking with this guy for? Leave him alone. Let him do his thing.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
He even went to can't remember exactly where it was. I think it was in Tennessee somewhere.
I don't know why I sit like I'm on a fucking carnival ride. I'm sitting like this fucking thing is about to take off.
Yeah, he even went to like in Tennessee, I think Tennessee or Alabama, I'm not positive, but the Civil Rights museum or monument or whatever it was, the Civil Rights big thing. He even went there and walked out in the front and got trespassed from the property, or tried to get trespass from the civil rights place, and he's exercising his civil rights.
Yeah,
I mean, hello. I mean,
people love rules, but only when they can be in charge of when they're applied and when they're not. Like
I say, a lot of the times you walk in and they say you'll see something like no recording, right? Well, there's no law saying you can't.
That's a suggestion.
It's a policy. It's like you at your company, you have policies to follow.
Yeah, when I worked at the hot barn, you could not record anything ever.
Yeah, exactly. But that's your policy. Shit. Now, I don't work there. I can walk in and record. I mean, obviously private. If it was public,
in California, you can't record anything that has a person in it that hasn't agreed to be recorded.
Because there's laws. There's certain states that it's a two-party state or something like that where
California, you can't record anybody against their will.
No, I don't. I think they got a law somewhere along the lines trying to do that, but that's actually against the law.
I think all you have to do is like blur out their face.
Yeah, but the thing is it's like, are you if you look at someone, is it illegal?
I don't know. Depends.
It's not illegal.
What kind of look do you have on your face?
Well, I mean, other than the handicap thing you got going on.
What if it made somebody uncomfortable? Oh, I was told that even if I had stayed my 2 weeks, I wouldn't be allowed to work at M&H anymore.
Well,
because my face tattoos make people uncomfortable, and that's
crazy.
They're seen as aggressive. I have aggressive face tattoos. Is what they told me.
Yeah,
and also I used to wear a bandana, like any color. I wear a rainbow bandana. I don't give a shit. And I used to wear them because I'd sweat a lot and I ruined fucking hats. So wearing a hat doesn't really work out. I sweat like fucking crazy. Well, I wasn't allowed to wear a bandana anymore because it made customers uncomfortable.
Nice.
Which customers? No names. Can't tell. Couldn't tell you. And in other words, my fucking bitch boss was just she's a fucking twat, dude. The worst kind of person.
See, and I don't subscribe to people, treating someone like that.
Yeah. Basically, the only thing we can figure out on why she hated us so much is because we get along with each other and we always want to be around each other. And I don't flirt with other girls or give them the time of fucking day because I don't care. And she only likes guys around who are trying to sniff up her fucking tree.
Weird.
And
gross.
Sorry, it's a fucking old ass tree.
Yeah.
And I apologize if she's not very old. Like, I know I'm 40.
Brings up that whole
I know I'm 40.
Fermunda junk things.
I'm 40, but, for some reason I haven't aged. I think it's mostly weed is why I haven't aged very much.
But yeah,
if she is younger, I apologize.
But it's
you look old.
Well, yeah.
Not you.
Oh.
Sure.
Wow. I mean, I don't mean to brag.
I mean, I honestly think you used to look shittier last year than you do now. I think you've actually improved over the last year.
I don't mean to, it's kind of who I am.
Yeah.
It's kind of good like that.
You don't look as shitty as you did last year.
But it's, but yeah,
That's
I don't.
a compliment on this show.
Yeah. And it's, deal is,
boy.
With you and what you got going on with your other podcast,
not much really.
You ain't gonna fire that off.
Fire off what?
I don't know. You gonna
I'm gonna do an episode today. Yeah, for sure. I got one ready to go for sure.
Yeah, you got one in the chamber.
Yep,
ready to go. All right.
Yeah.
That but just kind of just everybody knows it's gonna be. What's the name?
Oh, smoking that ish.
There you go. It's that whole mentally handicapped thing, right?
You got to hold my hand through these conversations.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I just like to say, we're just going to give a little plug about smoking that ish. You guys interested in partake and want to know some more about it?
Don't, and you just like have family members or something that smoke and you just, kind of want to know what the deal is or whatever. We have tons of episodes already explaining all kinds of things.
Or just marijuana. You want the truth.
If you want,
because after the election, I
don't know.
I'm not on either side. But
I don't know if I'd say truth. It's an unaltered opinion.
Yeah,
it's just an opinion that's not worried about. Oh, am I gonna hurt somebody's feelings? Or am I kissing the right butt cheeks? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I do not care.
Yeah,
and it's my honest opinion. And most of the shit that I say is shit that everybody else is fucking saying. They just won't say it to anybody.
Yeah.
So,
because
if you want to hear, what's really going on.
Yeah, you just want to kind of like me. I say everything.
Even though the industry,
I say everything everybody thinks, but nobody says.
Even though half the industry fucking hates me right now, I still hear everything going on because people never shut the fuck up.
Does that have something to do with being mentally handicapped?
No, it has to do with me having a negative opinion on things sometimes because not everything is roses and awesomeness. And when something's bad, you're just supposed to look the other way, I guess, and then hope that it just
turn the other cheek.
Hope that it phases itself out.
See, that whole turn the other cheek.
But all these people
when
are
they
doing
start having gay marriage and shit.
Well, all these people are doing is fucking just What the fuck did you just say?
What?
What?
Anyway,
gay marriage.
Well, we stopped trying to turn the other cheek that time.
Whatever. I thought you're turning more cheeks.
No, that was all. Well, some were. The rest of us, we ain't turning a cheek no more.
I thought gay marriage was fucking turning extra cheeks.
That's why we don't do it no more.
Cheeked up business, man.
Dude, we're gonna get in so much trouble for that one.
Why?
We're gonna get in a lot of trouble for that.
Gay people love cheeks.
Well, yeah, they do. I think.
I
don't know.
Fan of cheeks too, though.
Well, yeah, but
I'm definitely an ass guy.
Not a guy ass guy.
No.
I'm yeah.
I mean, well, what kind of job does he have?
No, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But yeah, no, I just wanted.
Where does he work at? What's he drive?
Wanted to make sure everybody knew that Smoking That Ish is you've got like 40 episodes out. There's plenty. You guys just
tons of shit.
Yeah, just freaking
couple bullshit episodes of me just being an angry dick, but you can skip those.
But you can just it's one of those where you can just subscribe and get the notification
when are you
and
put some shit out,
dude. I finally get this week off.
Up. You got
I finally got this 1 week off, but it's Thanksgiving. But I get 3 days off.
But you should be recording some shit,
dude. I gotta get. I
finally found like Andrew Tate's on fucking X.
Yep.
You can't find him anywhere else because he's got an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, and then
he talks like a fucking dick sometimes.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't care.
No, he don't care. And it's not always the delivery. It's he doesn't always have the message.
He's not always the right on everything either.
And the deal is just like Trump. You don't listen to the delivery. You look at the message, or you look at the result, and that's where it comes.
He is extreme the other way. Like everybody's trying to be emotional and connected and non-offensive, and he's like, be a fucking man. Stop being a little bitch. Be a man. Grow the fuck up. Handle your shit. Stop fucking going around begging people for shit. Fucking go get it.
Yeah.
Stop being a pussy.
Trying to build guys up to a point. But
and everybody sees it as misogyny. And yeah, if you acted exactly like him all the time, you would be a fucking misogynist prick.
Well,
like, because he's got money and shit. People tolerate a certain amount of behavior of his because he can back up the shit he says. You can't walk around and be a dick like that with $800 in the bank.
But the deal is people have, like I say, on that, and I'm just not calling you out or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is people have.
Why you gotta make it about me?
They have expanded the meaning of misogyny or a misogynist. They've expanded it to cover so much. When
basically anybody who talks in a negative way about women at all is now considered a misogynist.
But it doesn't mean that.
No.
But now
is misogyny is that like a
misogyny is the hatred or I can't remember the other word, hatred of women, the actual hatred of women.
Nobody hates women.
No. But now on the other hand, there's misandry. Now, the openly hatred of men.
Oh, that's totally acceptable.
Well, exactly, because there's a lot of it out there.
Hell yeah.
And they explain it. I mean,
cue the song from fucking, what was that show? The dumbass fucking show? Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, well,
cue the song from that, and then
all you got to do is
some girl cutting her fucking mom's hair off because Trump's president.
All you got to do is go and hop on TikTok. You'll see it. I mean, they hate us. They don't need us for nothing. I don't need no man. Men are worthless. Men are all that. That's hatred.
Well, yeah, but when you act like that, good men don't come around you. The only men you see are men that suck and men that use women and treat them shittily and use them like things, because decent men won't come around your loudmouth crazy ass.
Yeah,
because they have peaceful lives that are sorted out. They don't need to bring a ball of fucking chaos into the middle of their well-organized, well-maintained life.
Yep.
Why in the fuck would they want? Because you look nice in a bikini? Who gives a fuck?
And then,
who cares?
Like, the only thing I ever say is just like, wives are always found.
Yeah.
Every wife is found. You're not wifed up. Doesn't mean it's guy's fault or all the men's fault. It might have something to do with you.
Maybe you're completely insufferable. Same thing for guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing for guys. Maybe if you get to that point and you're like, why can't I meet a decent chick? Maybe you haven't worked on yourself.
Maybe because you're broke. Maybe because you're still not doing nothing. Maybe because you're just sitting at home playing video games in your time off. Maybe you're fat.
Maybe because you're just a yes man.
Exactly.
Yes all the time, and she gets bored with you.
Yep.
Find somebody who goes, fuck that, I'm doing what I want.
Yep. So it's
just work on yourself. If you're not getting what you want, figure out why. Don't fucking assume that it's the rest of society's fault. Try and figure out why you're not getting what you want and what you can do different. And if you can't do anything different to get that particular thing that you want, move on to the next thing you want.
Yep. And sooner or later here, just to let everybody know, I mean, you guys got to subscribe to the trio.
Oh, yeah, dude. We really need to just get a network going for sure,
dude. And just get that. Yeah, we should. Yeah. I don't know if we can group it into one, but and then all three are subscribed to.
I think we would just take it and we would change the name to D Game Podcast Studios, and we just start releasing all the shows
with everything
underneath.
Maybe
that,
that way you get 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah, and you get under everything, the same channel. So you might see that in the future. That YouTube fans, we might be switching
and changing everything over.
We might also be switching our social media stuff to include all three instead of just having like a Smoking That Ish page. Honestly, I'm kind of bored with Instagram right now. It's just dog shit fluff pieces left and right. It's everybody blowing each other all the time, and I get it. There's a lot of good stuff that's happening out there, and a lot of people are getting promoted through the cannabis society by pretending they're pure positivity all the fucking time, but that's so played out and fake and stupid, and I can't do it.
And I think and
Instagram I can post the same picture of a bud. I'll post it one day, I could post it a week later, and I could post it a month after that, and one of those is going to get dinged. Why? And people are like, listen, all you got to do is send an email and they fucking verify and you're fucking cool. Why? Why should I have to do that? What a stupid fucking aspect of something to have to do. So that's why you haven't been seeing a lot of posts on Instagram from me. I'm tired of getting dinged, and I'm not going to ask for forgiveness. So next time Smoking That Ish Part 2 gets dinged, it's done. It's done. It's over. I'm not. We'll just turn it into D Game Podcast Studios on Instagram, and we'll strictly just post episodes.
Yep. And then, like I say, in 1 week that I get off 1 week, there's a lot. I got, come up with my stuff. We got to edit all this stuff. Got to come up and start talking and finding maybe new cameras and new setup. New changes.
We need new lighting for sure.
I know.
Our lighting is atrocious.
Yeah, it is bad.
It's not a warm. I see a lot of other podcasts, and they just have more of a like orange, like a nice warm lighting, and ours is just abrasive.
I'm assuming that they have.
And I'm very white.
I'm
very white, so the white lighting is just intensifies it.
And I think it's.
I think a lot of people just listen to my shows because watching my shows, it hurts your eyes.
Well, they can still, they can turn around. They can.
You have to wear sunglasses to watch this.
White bread.
But turn the brightness down on your TV, throw on a pair of shades, and enjoy the next episode of Smoking.
Just freaking. You can even. I don't even mind if people just listen to us.
We really need to get on Spotify too, because
I do. That's like I say. Think of all the things I got. I got 1 week with Thanksgiving in the middle. Come on.
Do the Spotify thing. Do the Spotify thing. If you do anything, do the Spotify thing.
Plus I got to catch up on all the shit that I didn't get done this summer.
But that's literally where the Hawk Twa lady fucking took off. She literally posts your shit on Spotify.
Well, yeah, but you got to understand, she's a woman, and it's something to do with the sexual.
Well, I'm saying,
and she's not bad looking. I'm saying that. So it just like
she's dating Jake Paul. Nice.
What?
Yeah,
I thought
he's getting all that Hawk Twa himself.
I thought I thought. That's something we didn't talk about. The fight.
The fake fight?
Did you see it?
I saw a polite sparring match.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it because you couldn't on Netflix.
I know, crashed, but I watched it afterwards.
I didn't because I already heard what happened, and then I watched people commentate on it while the video played and talk about it and they literally just pointed out things that I would have pointed out. I've been watching Mike Tyson since I was a kid, and he fucking comes in, he uppercuts, and then he fucking comes in, changes angles, and he fucking crosses you, right?
Yep.
He does that. He would uppercut, and then he would back off. And then he would jab, and anytime fucking Paul's head fucking went back at all, he would back up. And in his defense, Paul was doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime he'd catch him, he'd back up. It was a friendly sparring.
I'm not sure exactly if it was set up or not set up.
100% set up. Paul's, he has his own boxing company. His boxing company and Netflix put it on.
Yeah, and
so
then
it was completely staged, 100% bullshit, fake.
I think the boxing commission, I've heard, I don't know if
him and Mike Tyson
both of them are suspended
for a month or a year or something like that.
And they're going to get a fine or something like that. But
which
I think they made 20, 30, 40 million dollars off this thing.
He should have his boxing license revoked. 100%.
Yeah,
He should not be allowed to box anymore ever.
I actually wanted to see that fight.
Or
I think Tyson would have.
He could have.
I think
Tyson could have took him out.
I don't know, man. Tyson's old.
And the first round or two, Paul didn't. He literally caught him with his signature punch.
Paul looked scared.
Yeah, he watched no tape. He did no training because it was a friendly sparring match.
Yeah.
He was in no way prepared, and Mike Tyson could have knocked his fucking head off in the first round and had it over with, but it was an agreement not to hurt each other.
I know that, like, when I was younger and Tyson was big and everybody's like, oh, I'd step in round.
Nope.
I'd step in the ring with Mike Tyson for 5 rounds or for 1 round and get knocked out for, I don't know, $2 million, whatever it was. And I'm like, fuck no. Said, that dude hit you? Said, it'll bust you.
Talk like this for the rest of your life.
I said, he's going to knock you the hell out. It's going to bust your neck. You're going to be a paraplegic for the rest of your life. There ain't no way I'm letting that man hit me.
You're going to be like,
fuck you.
Like, I fought Mike Tyson back in 1998.
So,
and he punched me in the head. I fell. I hit my head on the thing, and I broke my neck. And I've been like this ever since.
Either way, what it is, if you know, and we'll let
by the way, fact check that perfect impression.
We'll let that figure out one way or the other. If you know, it'll come out if it was staged or not completely. It'd take a little bit, but it'll all come out.
It was staged,
but either way. You got to admit, they promoted the fuck out of that thing.
Oh, it was a money.
Dude.
Yeah, he broke Netflix.
Yeah,
he broke fucking
good.
Netflix. Like I was literally playing video games at home because I didn't give a fuck. It was dark out, and if it's dark out, it means I get to play video games. So I'm playing fucking. God, I didn't have it yet. That brings me to another thing. I've been playing this new video game that's fucking fun as shit, but it's a scary one. So it's like kind of hard to play it.
You're scared at the game.
It's a horror style.
You?
I like horror movies.
It scares you.
It jump scares and shit. Yeah, when you're playing and you're like trying to do shit and stuff. Sometimes,
Didn't you have
totally
a heart attack?
gets me. Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
I go to sleep to horror movies at night. That's what I watch.
But
something about people screaming and squelch.
So
the squelching sound of like that.
So
it fucking puts me right out.
So are you supposed to startle and scare repeatedly somebody with heart issues?
I don't know.
I don't think that.
Hey, does the fucking thing work or not? What?
Fucking wake up.
If you gave me a fucking 80% heart and didn't tell me, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
As far as I know, my heart's tip top, good to go. Got fucking 5 stents in it, but it's fucking pumping and running better than it did for the last fucking 10 years.
Damn right. But yeah, it's the deal of I think it was a great promotion. I think glad
couldn't have been promoted better.
Honestly,
couldn't have. He did a great job.
I don't really care about Jake Paul.
I hate him.
I don't have an opinion one way or the other on him. I don't know him.
I think he's a douchebag, but he also either way for him.
I'm not saying he's good or bad. I just, whatever the deal is. I like Tyson.
The fact that he can do what he does and be famous and make tons of money off of it makes me sick. But that's not his fault.
Exactly.
That's
the deal is
fault.
the only thing is I like Tyson. I've always liked Mike Tyson.
He was a hero.
Some of the things he did, okay, whatever. All right, fine. But I like Mike. Dude, he was somebody when I was. He was a hero when I was a kid.
When you were a kid,
and I really liked the guy. I looked up to him until he started to do some of the things at the end. Obviously, we all know, and I'm not, whatever. But in his prime, man, that guy was awesome.
I don't listen to famous rape cases. I
don't. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, grape, because we can't even say certain words in society anymore because fucking man children can't handle it. I don't listen to celebrity stuff like that because any woman could sleep with a celebrity and then turn around and go down to the fucking police station and be like, I was just raped by insert famous name, and then they do a test.
You're gonna have to do a lot of fucking editing on this son of a bitch.
Why? They do the test. They find the semen. And it's her word against his. Instantly. Bam.
But it's a deal of, I don't know Jake Paul. I don't watch his stuff. All I really know about him is this, Mike Tyson, I like the guy in his prime. I thought he was great. Crap at the end, whatever.
Crap at the end, dude. When he came out of prison, he was built like a fucking statue. And then he fought that fucking Long Island used car salesman or whatever the fuck that guy was. That guy with the fucking man mullet fucking thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And just
knocked that shit out of it.
It was like putting a little kid in a fucking cage with a tiger. It was just, the guy had no shot, none. And Tyson was coming out of prison. All his anger from being locked up and everything was all. And then, oh God, it was so great. It was so great.
What I was trying to say is that I don't know him. I like Tyson. Don't like the stuff at the end. Whatever. But I will give it to Jake Paul. It got him a payday, and I'm happy for that. I mean, I think not for Jake Paul. I'm happy
Tyson got
the payday for it, for whatever it is.
Yeah, it only cost him his dignity and the respect of all his fans.
No, and I don't think so.
100%. I don't respect him anymore.
I don't think so.
I don't care.
The deal is I you hear about like say he's in the same boat as some of these ex-football players.
You'll
and
do
stuff.
crazy things for money to take care of your family.
He spent too much. People took too much, and then he got into trouble, and they took money, and So I mean, dude, just imagine the icon that he was, and he broke, damn near broke. You know what I mean?
He has his own weed company. He has his own podcast that does great. He has. He's made.
I'm not saying that Tyson's broke. I'm not saying that.
Need to do this.
Yeah, I'm not saying
need to do this.
I'm not saying Tyson's broke, but I mean, an icon like that, I would enjoy to see him living a decent, good life. The good life.
He was still doing.
He was doing okay. I'm not saying he was broke, but
there was no reason to.
Hey, dude, this is gonna put him. This is done. This is
I'm glad it's gonna put him somewhere because I'm done with him.
Nah,
I don't give a
dude.
fuck.
I
literally don't.
I think
care.
at the end, the last few rounds I watched, I think it was no joke. I mean, maybe the first couple rounds, 3 rounds, 4th rounds, but
I don't care about Mike Tyson. He's a sellout. He's the epitome of a sellout.
I don't know. I think at the end he was tired.
His dignity for money.
Well,
and that's what a sellout is by definition.
True,
so,
and
he is a fucking sellout, and fuck that guy. Okay, fuck Mike Tyson. He was cool back when he was young, but him and the Paul brothers can both eat dicks and go fuck themselves. They are non-contributing fuck sticks.
I wouldn't go that far.
Fuck Tyson.
I'm just like Tyson. Hey, we've never seen what's going to happen.
I
with
respected him. He has
6-year-old fighter, boxing fighter. We haven't seen what's going to.
Yeah, to see that he could have.
We never seen it.
He could have taken him out in the first round and hurt him.
I think he actually could have.
And Paul could have seriously hurt Tyson in the last few rounds because of how tired he was.
Yeah.
And nobody did shit because it wasn't a boxing match. It was a sparring fight between two friends.
I think, like I say, I do think
that's false advertising. They should get sued into the fucking ground, and they should not be allowed to put on another event. And that's what would happen in organized,
they don't need to after this
society.
Much.
Good.
They made enough money. They don't care. They
should get sued for that money.
But it's
because what they did was a lie. They lied to everybody. They lied to the entire fucking world, and then just get paid and get to ride off into the sunset because everybody's too big of a bitch to do anything.
I know. Like I say, I thought, when I say Tyson looked good the first couple rounds.
He could have fucking killed him.
I thought he was. I was like, "Oh, this dude's in trouble because Tyson's gonna knock that shit out of him." But and maybe he did hold back.
Maybe eat dicks, dude. Eat dicks. Trust me, I went through the same battle in my head of wanting there to be a fucking reason that it happened. And the only thing that makes sense is that he was paid to fucking put on a sparring match and fucking lost.
Because I still think that
Tyson's great comeback was a fucking loss by decision to a guy whose only actual professional boxing match he lost. when he fought somebody his age who was a boxer, he got the shit knocked out of him.
All right. So with that, all right. I'll just end it right here.
Fuck yeah.
So we're gonna. Woo! And something like that. Anyway, we're out. You guys have a good time or not. We don't care. We're gonna enjoy our life. Later.